two base income household is not even enough anymore. You need like 3 incomes, five extra side hustles, 2 illegal side hustles, a scammer, a booster, a food stamp lady.
Long story short, men have failed women to the point where we have to go get it ourselves.
But it was
so I don't
women's
really
choice to.
Y'all don't do it for us. You guys get drafted. You act like you're like, I'm gonna go do this for my girlfriend. Like, no, guys don't go to war for that. They go because they like guns. They go because they like fighting, and they go because they have no choice.
So men go to war just because they like guns and fighting?
War started because of oil. It wasn't to protect women and children.
Okay.
Listen, ladies, shut up and you talk about taking it down.
You're telling us to
Don't
chill with
disrespect. Don't disrespect. If you're acting with me like this on a podcast and not answering a question, imagine what you put your men through.
Why is everything you say a fact?
I
You
think
God?
it
Are
was
you
11.
God?
Get dip too, peace.
Well, you're getting us home, mate.
What do you mean?
You Ubered us here. You Ubered us back.
You can find your own way home.
What's up, YouTube? JayBReacts back here with another video. Now today we got the No Fugazi podcast, and I just want to say this first and foremost, ladies, don't come on the podcast if you're gonna get triggered and you want to leave early, and don't expect for the host to pay for your way back home. Like I always say, words matter on these podcasts, and the things you say, you will be judged by them. I do believe that some people aren't meant to be on debate platforms, and this is a prime example of it. And for all my military folks out there, this might trigger you possibly, because this is a pure example of a lack of understanding or care for what the opposite sex goes through when it comes down to being in the military. But I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Also, for all the great mothers out there, I hope y'all had a great Mother's Day. Just make sure y'all reciprocate that energy on Father's Day. And remember, yams is not a gift. But without further ado, let's dive into the content.
So I'll break it down this way. Okay, go
In
ahead.
my opinion.
Nobody voting for.
Hold on, real quick, ladies, she's speaking. Just let her speak. And real quick, I'll break it this down. I'll add one thing in here.
Okay.
Simply what he's saying is, why do women want traditional men when they're not traditional themselves?
Okay, good. Okay, simple question.
Yeah.
I had something to say and now.
We come back to you. Let's go to you.
Okay.
I can't think right now.
What about you?
These girls fried already.
I know you got something.
You know I got something.
Yeah.
You see it.
I see it.
You see it.
See it.
It's moving. Listen.
This woman does not look real, just being honest.
It's like now when I started singing.
You look like the woman that made the song "I'll bust the windows out your car." What's that? The one chick?
What the
You know what's crazy? No,
Cooley, that lady black. What are you talking about, bro?
Jasmine
you know what's
Sullivan, that is
crazy?
a
Because
beautiful
I've
black woman.
never
We're not going to do that. Thank
busted
you.
any windows. Or I usually
No, but what's the woman's name that sung
I
the
just
song?
told you the woman's name. Her name is Jasmine Sullivan. She's a beautiful black queen. We're not going to do that.
No. Wait, no, that's the wrong song then.
Country
Yeah,
song.
what?
I thought it was.
Before he cheats, Carrie Underwood. You're thinking about
Yes.
like,
Thank you.
because that's a
He
song
must
about
be
tearing up.
talking
You out
about
here giving us relationship advice and you don't even know what a person that
Nah,
sings a
talk
song
about the
looks like.
songs. Yeah, I'm not.
All right, hold on.
That song's about.
So we're going to get back to it. I think that that's really hard to speak on because I think that like a woman cannot look traditional, but she can have traditional values. So I think that women that will look for traditional men 9 times out of 10, not for speaking for everybody, but they're able to, what we want usually is what we can give into the universe. So we just want you to match us in this day and age, and a lot of people can't do that. Drops, Mike.
Ma'am, what you want and your output are going to be 2 different things. Just because you can want $1 million don't mean that you can give $1 million. See, we got to really think logically when we start saying these things. She thinking that she did something special just there, saying that, yeah, if a woman wants a traditional man, it's because she's a traditional woman. It don't work like that. You can have spoiled child syndrome to where you can want, and you don't give anything out there.
So you're saying that, that doesn't really answer the question.
I don't know. I'm tired, man.
Wait, I got one.
Okay, we got one. Do you want to answer this, or you got anything? So why do women want traditional men, but they're not traditional themselves?
Because in 2026, the economy different, the world different. We have to work to survive. Like unless you're married and my husband do not want me to work and he want the traditional marriage, then okay. But right now, 2026, we got work.
We don't got
gotta
time to
survive.
see if you're going
Bro,
to
the
show up for
islands is
us.
base, bro.
We don't
Let's
got
go to
time.
you.
We got bills.
I definitely was going to say the same thing. At the end of the day, ever since COVID, yes, we've been getting our free little check, but guess what? Half of y'all have to pay that check back.
Yeah, like,
but
yeah.
It's just statistically proven. It's proven through the research, all the little paperwork, and all the.
Hold on. I really wasn't even paying attention because I was trying to listen, but we got ketchup and mustard right next to each other. I'm all for the afros, you feel me? But it's like, damn, the color scheme is kind of crazy when you really look at it.
Whoopty whoop. Two base income household is not even enough anymore. You need like 3 incomes, five extra side hustles, 2 illegal side hustles, a scammer, a booster, a food stamp lady, what else? A drug dealer. We need all that, and we still not making enough to pay the bills.
Long story short, men have failed women to the point where we have to go get it ourselves.
But it was
so I don't really
women's choice to enter the workforce, and it was
because
every time you wait for somebody to show up for you and they don't, then I have to go pay the bills.
Remember they went to
call me back.
Remember they went to war. We had to build the stuff.
It's not all men's fault, but it's why I'm not waiting
Y'all
on
went
them.
to war. We had to take y'all jobs. Remember Rosie the Riffer with a little red bandana?
Hold on, White Blondie with the swollen lips. I don't understand where she coming from saying that men don't show up, so she has to show up. First of all, everybody got to do something. Everybody has to produce. And who you actually choose is going to be up to you. Maybe the guys who would show up, do you even qualify for those guys after us seeing how you present it?
Remember
what does that mean, though?
When you left to go to war, who had to build your job the stuff? Who had to take care of literally everything?
So when they went to drugs,
you forgot about that.
What's
you
wrong
forgot
with
about
that?
part. Alrighty then. So you saying why we got to get a job? We just told you and showed you. We had to show up for y'all when y'all went to go fight. We had to show up.
Are you saying like
that was the start of it all? That was literally the start of it all.
No, that wasn't the start of it.
It was.
No, I'll explain to you. That's not the start of it, because at every time of war, are women going to war? No. If you look in history, real quick, let me speak. If you look in history, the majority of the soldiers are men. So it's men going to war. So listen real quick. I'm speaking about World War II, World War I, the Civil War. And even real quick, even if you go back in history, there's always been men going. Real quick, listen, I'm going to fully refute it.
I didn't.
In all of history, got it. Listen to understand, not to reply. In all of history, there's always been, at wartime, women have always, done different roles to help out the economy, the community, and things of that sort. The village, they've always took on extra roles when their husband was off at war. So if it's the case that, well, throughout history, when men go to war, women help out and they take on extra duties, but then once the men come home, they get back in line and they start doing their traditional womanly roles. That's the same. That doesn't correlate to what started it all. Now, what started it all was feminism. Feminism started it all. So feminism is the promotion of egalitarianism, for women and men to be equal, to have equal rights and equal opportunity in America. Now the thing is, well, prior to feminism, women was always working as well. They were working in a house. They were working on a farm. They were working in daycares, taking care of children. They were nurses, secretaries, teachers. They did many things.
The thing about it, the world has changed so much to where, he was saying that women and men are now in the world equal. And when it comes down to just human value, yes, we are equal. We are both human beings. I think the biggest part is going to be how well can two people get together and be emotionally mature in the day and age that we live in, because everything is so complex when it comes down to how much money one's making, what type of job someone else is making. I think now it's going to get to a place to where people can be very understanding and willing to operate under each other's wants and needs.
Problem is that what feminism indoctrinated women to believe is that you don't need a man. You can do battle by yourself. You are independent. You should chase your education and your career rather than family and children.
And what's wrong with that again?
And we're living in the effects of it. So that's what started it. Like it wasn't no feminism in the Civil War.
You still misunderstand. You still understand. I'm saying I'm not disagreeing with that part at all. Like I understand.
You're saying what started.
I'm saying is that's where it started. Yes,
it didn't start that. If throughout all of history, women always reverted back to their gender role after wartime.
And I love how I can't finish the statement.
But this time they didn't revert back to their gender role. It was because of feminism, not because of wartime.
But why are you holding on to old patterns? So you're saying that back in the day, World War II.
Ain't come home, baby. That's why I'm saying they had to continue that. Some of them husbands did not come home, or they was missing a limb, or they couldn't do this, or their PTSD, or their whatever. I don't know what veterans go through. God bless them. I do not know. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yes, I do.
No, you're right. I take care of them.
It's crazy she says what veterans go through while simultaneously saying that she don't understand what veterans go through, so why even speak on it? Women have always worked. There hasn't been a point in time women have not done anything. That's somewhat of a fallacy. So to act like it started after these wars, no. I think she's reading a certain point in American history that she's missing the bigger picture to where women have always helped out men and men have always helped out women. We've always coexisted with each other in society.
I don't, but a lot of them cannot do what they used to do, which means that woman has to now step into that role. I'm not saying, oh, every woman is feminism not thing. I know this already. I'm saying
feminism is the start of feminism is caused the destruction of the nuclear family and why traditional women wanting non-traditional women wanting traditional men.
So what about the men that didn't come home where the woman had to continue to do the same duties that the man had to do?
She got to continue to do those duties just
right,
like 2,000 years ago.
Because the man didn't come home, and that's what I'm saying.
Can I ask you a question? Who started the war?
Though? That's weird.
The man, of course.
I mean,
men, right? So,
men.
so wouldn't it be from the root of the problem, like you discussed earlier in the start of this?
Remember, Adam was dumb at 18.
Well, no, it's because.
But why is it now? No, but it's the truth. The root of the problem is that men started the war, so women had to work. But now, in the beginning of this chat, you talked about we need to find the root.
Why do men go to war?
But men go to war because men decide to fight.
No, why? What? Why do men?
Okay, but if the men are trying to protect y'all from other men, what is the problem?
Go to war
because of oil.
Why do men go to war?
Oil starts.
I don't know how much you tell us.
Because men can't talk it out.
You can tell this woman probably hadn't started paying attention to wars until the Bush administration.
Currently, men go to war with women. But currently, men go to war with women. It is not the World War III or World War I anymore.
You don't have the correct answer either. Who wants to give the correct answer? Why do men go to war? Oh, you want it from me?
Yeah, we want it from you.
It's gonna be long and elaborated.
Thank you. She gets it. She actually gets it. She's the first one. You. That's the second great answer you gave. You said loyalty and to protect women is that simple.
Y'all don't do that.
It's to protect and to provide for women.
Don't have a choice.
No, it's to get oil. The only reason that war actually.
Hold on. The words of Dave Chappelle, oil. Who says something about oil? Bitch, you cooking? The thing about it, she keep talking about oil as if that is the only reason. See, she's just more of a modern listener to why wars happen and not just the basis of tribal urges. And I'm not going to say urges, but just tribal conflicts. If you look at it on a simplistic level as to who wants to control things.
Right, the war started because of oil. It wasn't to protect women and children.
Real quick. One mic at a time, ladies. She said something. I want to hear her.
Yeah. Well, y'all don't do it for us. You guys get drafted. You act like you're like, I'm going to go do this for my girlfriend. Like, no, guys don't go to war for that. They go because they like guns. They go because they like fighting, and they go because they have no choice.
So it's actually
y'all don't understand anything.
I mean, I know a lot of people in the army.
How are you talking about?
Men go to war just because they like guns and fighting?
I know a lot of guys who do. Yeah, I'm not saying all, but I'm just saying.
That's why men go to war?
Well, they don't go to war for the go down the street.
I know a lot of people in the military.
That's funny.
I know a lot of people in the military, and I tattoo a lot of cops, and I tattoo a lot of people in the military, and the only reason that war even happens is for oil or to get the economy back to regulation. And anybody that does it and fights over there knows that's why it is. So men are
so we're speaking about
women.
So only oil is crazy. That's why I say, man, this is a modern listener when it comes down to what conflict really is.
Bringing up these certain situations where you're speaking about these little wars that we're in currently, and
but that's why war is
10
always
years
started.
ago.
No,
that's not how. That's
war
not
gets,
why
war starts
always
to get the economy back.
War was started
and land.
Wars. What wars?
So you said back in the day, war was started because
okay,
to protect women.
ladies.
It has nothing to do with women.
Okay, I got it. Watch this. I'm gonna fully refute your claim with asking a question.
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
What do women want from men?
No.
Is it to? Don't say no. It's a rhetorical question. Just say yes or no. What do women expect from men in a relationship? You would say, protect and provide, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
But that's not going to kill random guys.
God,
in another
listen.
country.
If women wants a man to protect and provide, prior to a nation, relationship starts. A nation is filled with relationships. So the nation reflects relationships. Prior to, use logic, prior to a nation, you have relationships, yes or no?
Logic right now.
Wait, prior, answer the question. No, stop it. Prior to a relationship.
I'll just tell you the U.S. government says different.
Answer my questions
What is
instead
your
of
question?
obfuscating.
Sorry.
Got it, right? You're just obfuscating.
What's
Trying to
obfuscation?
pull out.
Obfuscation is moving the goalposts.
I know he Googled
Yeah, it's moving
And
the
that he
goalposts.
know how to do very well.
So listen real quick,
No, I'm
ladies.
listening to
Got
you.
it.
Women are difficult
So
to deal with.
prior to a nation, well, does a nation embody relationships?
Of course.
Okay, so a
Right?
nation
Yeah.
is a collection of relationships.
Yeah, of course.
Men
Everyone
and women
has a relationship.
Yeah,
in
everyone
each
has a
house.
relationship.
Everybody has kids.
Now, in a relationship,
Yeah.
what do women expect the man to do? Protect and provide.
Protect.
No, listen. Protect and provide.
But you're not
Listen, let me
Okay,
finish
yeah.
my line of questioning. Protect and provide.
I didn't know if you were asking.
It's a line of questioning. So
Okay.
if a nation encompasses
Yeah.
many relationships and women expect men to protect and provide, what do you think at a nation level, what do you think that their job is to do?
You're asking me a question in order for me to give you the answer you want, and I'm not going to give you the answer you want. Is what I'm trying to let you know. Is
In a
because
a nation of men and women, what do women expect from men?
you're giving me the chance.
not
to
giving
only
you that.
giving you
She just won't answer the question at this point. She just being difficult, want to be a contrarian, want to argue. I think it's time for her to leave, possibly.
Protection. And what was the other one he's trying to get me to say?
Does it change?
And provide. It changes in World War I and World War III. Completely.
Does it
because
change?
women are there with men. They're next to you, fighting with you.
No, it wasn't
That's the point.
any women in World War I and World War
I'm
II.
saying back
It
then
wasn't
there
any
wasn't.
women.
I'm talking about now. I'm
They
talking
weren't on
about right
the front line, but they
now.
were
Currently,
there.
right now,
Currently,
there's
right now,
four.
is it-
There's 4,000. There's like 4,600 something
Currently, right
women
now,
in
is
the
there women
front
enlisted
line.
in the army?
No, in the front line.
But are they in the
women
army?
in the military? They're in supportive roles, generally speaking.
That's your view?
That's not a view. Statistically speaking,
225,000 women serve in active duty on the front line.
Exactly.
active duty. Not on. They don't.
Yes, they
That's
are.
ChatGPT.
You
Yes,
said
they
how?
are.
What is it?
225,000 women serve on the front line of an active duty U.S. military. overall.
Yikes.
Not in the front line in the military.
what it says.
You know, it's not in the.
I don't believe that to be like combat. Now, you got a lot of people that's active duty. They get deployed. They're not actually going to combat. So, hey, I'm not sure 100% anybody that's actual military, veterans and whatnot. Fact check it in the comment section because I'm curious as that as well. Is there that many women on the front line that are actually going into combat? 200 and something plus thousand?
They're not in the military,
It's a large
and there's
number.
not 200,000 women in the front line like there are men.
You
That's
can't
incorrect.
tell women that they can't stand up with you when we're the ones going to war too now. So we have to fight too, and we have to get just as
not the same,
financially
though.
stable. And that's my
It ain't
view
the
on it.
same.
You have a different one. I completely.
Yeah, no. You
That ain't the
just
same.
you're obfuscating from the point that I'm making.
Obfuscating,
So
whatever
if
you
it's the
wanna say.
case that from a nation level, does that dynamic change? Do women still expect men to protect and provide?
I mean, you're asking questions as in like kind of.
No, is it? I'm just
No,
asking
you're
you.
asking me questions so you get the answer you want.
How
really.
am I asking you a question for you to get the answer I want?
You won't even answer it.
What do they want to do? Because you're waiting for me to give you your answer, but I have a different answer than you would like.
Oh,
But you
well,
won't
I
even
want
answer
to
it.
know your answer.
My
Exactly.
answer
Yeah,
is
what is it?
that if women are fighting next to men.
No. What the heck is that? That is crazy work. I did not ask you that question. Don't do that. That's just silly. That's
just
dumb. No,
confused by
that
it.
is the dumbest thing. If I ask you, do you
hear-
want to go to McDonald's?
y'all
You
hear
say,
the
oh,
emotions
cats
coming
are
through?
blue. What
Y'all-
the
y'all
freak
hear
is
how
that?
Maddie-
That's stupid. No, it's just dumb. It's dumb. No, listen, ladies, shut up and you talk about taking it down.
Well, you're telling us to
Don't
chill, but
disrespect. Don't disrespect. What I'm saying is, I don't like when women are being disingenuine
Yeah,
to answer a question. Answer the actual question. Don't obfuscate from it.
learning
I'm
that
asking
ability
you a
I can't
question.
understand
Great.
sometimes.
They're
If
not
it's the
answering the question.
case,
So I
right?
can't understand what you're saying.
From a does a nation, right, embody relationships? Let's start again. Does a nation embody relationships?
Families, the whole nine.
I yell all the time. Y'all probably just don't get to these points.
I really don't appreciate that. The way
Okay, great. If you don't like it, you can leave. It's that simple. Like if you don't like it, you can literally walk
I
off.
just was so confused.
If you don't like it, you can
How are you
literally walk off.
confused?
That's fine.
Okay, then go if you want to go.
Okay, I'm just chilling.
I don't think she
Okay,
said,
well,
"I'm
great.
just chilling."
Very simple.
so confused.
Got it. Well, I don't listen. Manipulation will never work
I'm
on me.
confused.
I literally asked you a question and you went to answer another question that you made up in your own head.
Because I was-
Imagine a man dating a woman like you. If he has to go through this, I ask you a question and then you make up another question in your own head. This what you did. This is the type of behavior that you put men through in a relationship. If you are dealing with me like this on a podcast. Listen,
Yo.
if you're acting with me like this on a podcast and not answering a question, imagine what you put your men through.
I don't talk to back or not.
Imagine what you put your men through.
I'm sorry.
No, just imagine what you put guys through.
I have a
Imagine that.
disability and I couldn't understand.
You have a learning disability? Okay.
Man, hold up, bro. She said she got a learning disability. Why would she do that? He has a great point. I'm very curious as to how you actually talk to your significant other. And he ain't even got to be significant. Let's just say guys in general that you really ain't rocking with. You probably are difficult to deal with.
You run a business, so now she's a victim, chat. So now she's a victim. Well, I'm not going to answer your question. I'm going to obfuscate and answer another question. But, now I have a learning disability. I'm a victim. Why are you screaming at
I'm
me?
just not good at somebody raising their voice when I'm
Okay, so you're not, obviously.
I've had abuse in my life, and I just don't really want to be around it. So I just
Okay, if you want to
Damn,
leave,
she
you leave.
brought
Go
up
ahead.
abuse too.
Yeah, go ahead. Bye.
Yo.
Deuces. Chick couldn't answer any questions. Dan, easy with the camera. Any questions that
I think he ain't want him to show her body. That is crazy. The fact that her to bring up abuse, that's scary when the arguments have to go to that place and you have to look like a victim. You've been getting hurt by you bring up your past experiences to reflect them onto someone else who just asking you questions. It's a debate platform. Why come on it? I said that earlier.
at all. Dumb. How when I say, a nation is a collection of relationships. What do women expect? Well, men to protect and provide. So on a nation level, women still expect a man to protect and provide. So all of wars is for protect and provide. So it doesn't matter if we're going to war for oil, if we're going to war for this, we bring it back home to protect and provide for you. Stupid idiot. That's the conclusion of the argument. She just got debunked. Cooked. Fully cooked. Fully cooked. Are you leaving too?
Yeah.
Okay, she up out of here too. We lost two of them. Yeah, we lost a little. Okay, it's getting heated. I don't give a freak. Oh, we lost another one too. You leaving too? That's your friend, so I'm sure you probably got to leave too.
The fucker wants to sit and get disrespected.
It's not disrespected. It's that she's not answering questions.
But she tried to understand. She was being
No. You think that she tried to wait? Here's the mic.
No, she was trying.
You truly think that she tried to understand? She
upset.
literally said that I'm not going to answer the question the way that you want me to, and then she made up another question.
Because you have expectations for responses
No, it's not
when
an
you ask
expectation.
them.
It's the truth. If I say 1 + 1 equals, what is 1 + 1? And you say,
why is
well,
everything
I
you say
think
a
it
fact?
equals
Why
11.
is everything you say a fact?
I
You
think it
God? Are
equals
you
11.
God? Are you
I
God?
think it equals 11.
Y'all could agree to disagree.
Just hold the mic if you're still speaking.
Like, y'all could agree to disagree. Like, ain't nobody have to be right. Ain't nobody, you know.
I mean, it wasn't
was
heated.
Chill, like.
No,
brother.
it's not heated. Ladies, this is not heated. If you watch my debates, I yell at men. I do this all the time. So what are you talking about? But yeah, y'all could dip too. Peace.
Well, you're getting us home, right?
Dip too.
What do you mean?
You Ubered us here. You Ubered us back.
You can find your own way home.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
There we go.
All right, watch. That's crazy.
Find your way home.
That's crazy.
Find your way
Or you
home.
might as well just come. You're gonna stay.
Get your she rocking. What you talking about? She's been more based than all of y'all. She's been more based than all of y'all.
I'm
Look,
gonna leave it right there, y'all. That is crazy. He said, "Find your own way home." Here's the thing about it: you can't expect to be leaving early, leaving off the shore, and still expect for him to take you home. Granted, yes, he Ubered you there, but I'm pretty sure it was under the confines that you probably stayed throughout the whole show. Everything's fine and dandy, but if you opt out and leave early, hey, you got to get home. The crazy part is that the other young woman who left with the friend that was at the end of the table, she stated that, y'all could have just agreed to disagree. This is his platform. They having conversation, they debating back and forth, they going back and forth. How do you expect someone to just say, I'm going to agree to disagree? That's not how this works. That's not how this works. He's not y'all friend. He ain't y'all lover. He don't have to agree to disagree. He has to stand on his points and stress what he's actually conveyed to the public because to the audience, because this is his platform. If he just agreeing to disagree, that's still not good for the message that he's possibly trying to spread and send. It's okay for someone to still stand on something. And it got to a point where it wasn't even an agree to disagree situation. She just was being disingenuous and didn't even want to answer the questions and didn't want to be honest. Because I understand that the military, I understand that there's a lot of crookedness. And I'm not going to sit right here and just say like, we should just fight blindly and we should do this or that. And we understand that some of these wars are orchestrated. We get that. But the thing about it is, if you look at the deep level as to why conflicts even go, it's all territorial. Whether it be bloodlines, whether it be locations, people fight over places. That's where that urge is going to come from. someone wants what you have, now you have to defend it, or vice versa, they have to defend it. And people have been doing that since the beginning of time. That's just humans. And I know women can say, they can just, oh, this is men's fault, this or that. A lot of wars are started because of women as well. So we can't just say it's just a man's thing why all the wars are being started. Women have participated in the start of wars. Men fight for vagina and men fight for women. So usually when it comes down to when you take it to a simplistic form, men are ultimately fighting for families, ideals, ideologies. That's what usually men fight for when it comes down to holding down a country. Now, we can't sit right here and say all the guys in the military now are all fighting for the right reasons. They there for a check sometimes. They not, it's not the same urge. Usually survival brings out the urge of protection. When people have to survive is when that natural urge to say, I have something I have to fight for. You got your woman, you got kids. So yeah, you're not going to have that same feeling towards every single woman and child that you see. But deep down, they replicate that feeling and then they make it into a whole as to what they fighting for. So yeah, they fighting for their woman and child, but they also fighting for the nation itself too. But like I said, I thought this was crazy just because of when you come on these podcasts, you gotta be careful how you present yourself, how you speak, how you convey your words, because it's going to make you look crazy. If you're not, and the thing about it is you better off not saying much. Just like some of the women didn't say a lot, you better off going that route opposed to the route of saying the most and sounding very wrong. Also, after this too, I watched a little bit further. Two of the women do come back in. The dark-skinned chick and the chick with the blonde afro. Not the red one. The red one doesn't come back. Her and the other white two, they end up leaving, or the Caribbean one, they end up leaving. But the other ones, they come back, have a little bit more of a conversation. But yeah, man, it's just one of them things where just be careful when you go on these platforms and start speaking things that you don't know anything about, because it's going to make you look crazy ultimately. But make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment below. I'll make sure I have the link in the description so y'all can watch it in its entirety. And I'm hoping y'all came off a good Mother's Day break, the women and the men. Because I know y'all are the ones taking the women out for sure. So I hope y'all weren't too stressed out as well. And also coming off my birthday weekend, my birthday was Saturday. So I definitely appreciate everybody who said happy birthday in the comment section. That is much appreciated for sure. And we're just going to keep continuing to rock and just review this content, man. So this is your guy, JayBReacts. And until next time, y'all, peace.